Hey guys, it's Rachel from Desert Blossom Crafts, back with another ornament crochet pattern. Today I get to show you how to make this mini mitten ornament. These little guys are so cute. They only measure a little over an inch tall, so they work up really fast, and overall they're just super fun to make. Let's get right into the tutorial and pattern information. If you would like the written pattern for these mittens to follow along with while you watch the tutorial, make sure to check out the links in the description. There will be a link to the free version on my blog, as well as a link to the PDF version, which is downloadable and ad-free. That is an ebook that actually comes with 11 other crochet ornaments that I've designed. So there will be both of those options for you as far as the written pattern goes. As far as materials go, I used Brava Sport Weight by We Crochet or Knit Picks. This is like my favorite lighter weight acrylic yarn. It's super affordable and there's a ton of different color options. So you can feel free to use this if you have some in your stash. If you do not, you can also use just leftover scraps you have. This is sport weight, but if you only have worsted weight, that will work fine too. Just know that your mittens will probably turn out a little bit bigger. You also may want to use a little bit of a larger hook. So I am using a 4mm or G hook. If you go ahead and use worsted weight, you can try it with a G or you can try it with one size bigger, an H. To get started with your mittens, go ahead and make a slip knot and go ahead and chain 4. We're going to start by making the cute little ribbing at the bottom of the mittens. So this will be worked in a rectangle. So single crochet in the second chain from your hook, and then single crochet in the next 2 chains. So we're just going to be working back and forth in rows of just 3 single crochet, so pretty small. There's our row 1. Now chain 1, this chain does not count as a stitch. Turn, and we're going to work in the back loop of each stitch. So here's the top of my stitch. Usually I would go through both loops, but I'm just going to work in the back one right here. 1, 2, and the last one we'll make 3. And there's our ribbing just starting to form with the back loop stitches. And I'm just going to keep repeating row 2 until I have 6 rows total. So here's row 3. And we'll do it one more time. Back loop, back loop. And the last one can be a little bit tighter, but still just wiggle it into that back loop. Alright, and keep doing that until you have 6 rows. Here's our cute ribbing all done. Now we just need to slip stitch it together. So it doesn't really matter which way you do this. I would probably just take it and fold it this way. Alright, and then bring it together like this. And then we're just going to slip stitch in each stitch. So here's the first one, so we're slip stitching around the row we just did with the first chain round. Here's our first slip stitch. Just pull it a little bit tight, you don't want it to be too loose. Now our second one. And one last time for a third one. Okay, and that slip stitch round we just did kind of just blends in with the ribbing, so it's fine to just leave it as is. Once you finish that, we're going to start working around this in rounds. So we were working rows, now we're going to go in rounds. So go ahead and start making single crochets around this until you have 10. So I'm just going to go, actually I think I will chain 1 first before I do this. It doesn't really matter either way, but where I'm at right now I think I should chain 1. And then just start single crocheting evenly around. So there's 1. Next I might go here, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you have to stick it in kind of a harder place to go into. 5. Now after you've done 5, you kind of want to look at it and make sure you've gone about halfway so that you know you still have room to do 5 around the rest of it. So here's 6, 7, 8, 9, And I just have one more. I'm going to do it kind of right where the knot was. There we go. And there is round 1 all done. Now we are not going to join at the end of our rounds. We're going to be working in continuous rounds. So don't join, but go ahead and put a stitch marker in this last stitch right here. Here I've placed my stitch marker, so I'm all ready to go on to round 2. So just find that first single crochet you made. Go ahead and single crochet into it. And single crochet in the next 3 as well. So you should have 4 for this first round. And then we're going to make something that's going to help us with the thumb later. So after you do these first 4, do 4 single crochet into the 5th stitch. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it feels a little weird now, but it will help us later. And then after this, single crochet in the last 5 single crochet of the round. 2, 3, 4, 5. And at this point, you can move up your stitch marker and we'll move on to the next one. For round 3, we've moved up our stitch marker and start by doing the same thing as before. Single crochet in the first 4 stitches. And that's going to bring us to where we did those thumb stitches. So here are the 4 thumb stitches we made. We're going to skip those. So go ahead and just kind of bend them together because that's how it's going to look for the thumb. And then find the single crochet right after it. So if you have trouble, then just count 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one will be the one you go into next. And just make a single crochet into it. And there you have the thumb space that we're going to come back to later. Now single crochet until you get to the last stitch with a stitch marker. And when you get here, you're going to do 2 single crochet. 1, 2. And that is the end of that round. Rounds 4 and 5 are super easy. You're just going to single crochet in every stitch around. Now for round 4, of course, we will have these skipped thumb stitches and you do not want to go into those ones. So here I am getting close to that. And then when I turn, I just want to go into this next one, still skipping those thumb stitches and continue around. And you should have 10 single crochet just like at the beginning when you get to the end of this round. 9 and 10. Alright, and this is what it should look like. And go ahead and just repeat that one more time and I'll meet you back for round 6. So this is what our mitten should be looking like now. Believe it or not, we only have 1 round left. We're just going to decrease 5 times. So we're going to make a single crochet 2 together into the first 2 stitches. And we're just going to repeat that around. So to do this, insert your hook, pull up a loop like you would start a regular single crochet. Then don't finish it, just go into the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So now I have 2. I'm going to do that a few more times. Here's my 3rd single crochet 2 together, and my 4th one. And when you get to the end, it'll feel a little bit tight, but you still just want to get them done. Here's my last one. You can see I have 1 more stitch and then the stitch with the stitch marker. Here we go. There we have it. Now you can pull out that stitch marker, and at this point what I like to do is just take it, so here's my last stitch. I like to turn it around and just slip stitch through the top of it to kind of close everything up. Just like that. And at this point you can cut your end and fasten off. Now if you thought we were done, think again. We do need to do a few more stitches down at the thumb to complete it. So there will be 4 ends to weave in on each mitten because we have to join in again. So take your mitten and make sure the thumb is facing to the left. And we're going to go back and work in these 4 stitches right here. So make a slip knot on your hook and go ahead and insert your hook into the first of those 4, again with the mitten facing to the left. Okay, now grab the working yarn. We're going to make a single crochet 2 together. Pull up, insert again, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3. You can see that slip knot is actually forming the top of this stitch. If it's a little loose, you can just tug on the end to tighten it up a little bit. And then we have 2 stitches left here. We're going to do another single crochet 2 together right here. There we go. And how this forms the thumb is we're just going to fold it together like this. So each single crochet 2 together that we made forms each half of the thumb. So just take, let me see if I can show you. Here's kind of what we did, and we're just folding it together. And now we're going to tie off our yarn and sew this up. So I've threaded my yarn needle with the end of this, and I'm just going to weave through this open section of the thumb so we can close it all up. There's not many stitches to do here, just a few. Just go back and forth. If you need to, turn it over so you can kind of see what you're doing. And when you're done, you can just weave in this end, tie a knot if you'd like, and then weave it in. And then weave in all your other ends too. Although I do recommend leaving the end that was from the ribbing. Leave that one unwoven because we're going to use that to make the mitten strings. So just repeat all those steps to make your second mitten, and after that you're ready to make the mitten strings. So you could attach a regular ornament hanger, but I just thought the strings looked really cute because they are common in regular mittens also. So I'm just taking this end that was from the ribbing when we first made that, and I'm going to thread it up through the other mitten that we made. And you can adjust it here to get it the exact length you want it to hang. So just kind of hold it from the top and see how you like it to hang. And once you've got a good length, just go ahead and tie it in a knot. So to do this, I usually just bring my needle through like this, make a loop, and then bring it back through the back, pull it tight, and then of course you want to hide this knot, so just bring it up through the mitten and hide it, and then weave in that end. That is all there is to making your own mini mittens ornament. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and come subscribe. I have lots more ornament crochet patterns and tutorials, along with stitch tutorials, sweater tutorials, home decor, lots of stuff on the channel. Sometimes I do giveaways, and I would love to see you guys around more as I release those new things. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!